Okay, so we started off with these plated hip abductions. Now with this particular exercise, one of the most important things is notice how she's getting that dip. She's dipping down where she's stretching the gluteus medius and then abducting out. The stabilizing leg, which is the leg that's planted on the ground, is actually the one that's receiving the load. So we want to make sure that we stretch that glute medius and then extend it all the way out to pump as much blood as we can to the target muscle group. Now, take your time with these. You see, it's much harder than it looks, but if you do it properly, you're going to feel it burn like no other. Those look so much easier than they are. Reverse lunges, I know. What we do, 25 on each side? Yeah. I remember the weights, the beaches. Oh yeah, all your videos look good. To me, I don't know what you think. I think honestly, if you were to just do a reverse lunge, a hip thrust, and a hip abduction every day, you know, you could grow your glutes. Like, just those 3 exercises. Like, you can do it with just those 3. Be boring, but it would get the job done. Now we're gonna go into these reverse deficit lunges. Now, the reason that we have her front foot elevated is because this is gonna allow us to get a deeper stretch in the glutes. So it's really important that you make sure that that back knee comes all the way down, pretty much touching the ground. Now, with this exercise, the most important thing that I like to recommend is as you go in the downward motion, slightly lean your torso forward. As you see, she's kind of leaning her torso forward. What that does is it creates more hip flexion, which is more glute engagement. These small little tips are going to make a massive difference in the burn that you feel in your glutes. This happens to you too. They'll be like, oh, I'm doing this program and it's just easier than I thought it would be. And I know for a fact that they're just in the gym, not picking a heavy enough weight, not challenging themselves, just kind of going through the motion. So when people see you training like this, that's a good representation of how you should train. Because there'd be workouts that I literally would do with you. Like, I'm talking about like, and they'd be like, oh, I got this workout so easy. I'm like, at this point, your glutes are absolutely torched. But we're moving on to the main entree, the Smith machine hip thrust. I love barbell hip thrust, I love dumbbell hip thrust, but in my opinion, the Smith machine hip thrust hits the glutes like none other. And then anybody who has done them can testify to that. Now, if you notice this, that she's not going up and down too fast. She's keeping a good momentum here, a medium tempo. If you go too fast, guys, you're not gonna get what I call time under tension, which is gonna help more burn get into the glutes and burn a lot, as you see here. At this point, guys, your glutes are gonna feel like coconuts in them. And I promise you, if you choose a heavy enough weight, this exercise is absolutely by far one of the best glute exercises you can do in the gym. And I dare you to try it. And if it comes back that I'm right, make sure you subscribe to this channel and leave a comment. That's why, honestly, I was gonna say, if you bulk for too long, it becomes harder to gain. If you cut and then bulk, you get bigger and more muscle faster because your muscles get more sensitive. Now we're going into these Landmine RDLs. Next to the hip thrust, this is probably one of my favorite glute building exercises if done properly. Now, most people have trouble doing this, but if you notice one thing, she has a very soft bend in her knee and she's pushing her hips back. So instead of thinking up and down, think back and forth. You're pretty much doing a hip thrust standing up. And that's what we're doing here. We're hinging those hips back and then lifting them up with the glutes. You want to pull from your glutes as you come up, and your glutes will be burning if you do it properly. There you go, last one. Stay strong. Oh. Nice, nice, nice. Perfect, perfect, perfect. That's amazing. Amazing. Now, in most of these exercises, guys, we're keeping the weight pretty consistent. She's a very advanced lifter, but if you feel as though the weight isn't heavy enough, you want to make sure you increase it to those last couple of reps are challenging. Now we're gonna move into the seated hip abductions. Now with this particular machine, I like to use the pads. A lot of people ask me why use those. If you place those balance pads in between the machine and your thigh, what you're doing is creating more active range of motion. This means your glutes are gonna have to work harder to abduct and they're gonna burn much more. Wow, you're strong on this one. I didn't know we had to lift this heavy. Let's go down even more. That's pretty heavy, I mean. But you make it look easy though. That was easy, let's be honest. Yeah, that's the only way we won't go up in weight. You have to make me believe that it's actually challenging. Because if I see you just breezing through it, oh, best believe we're going up. It's the only way to work. This is over 245 pounds now. This might be the heaviest hip abduction if you do this weight, not a lot. I've never done this weight with anybody. This particular exercise is gonna work your gluteus maximus if you lean forward. So it's gonna work the upper glute max. Now, after you complete 3 sets of that, you are completely done. I can guarantee that booty will be sore for days. Wow. That's really strong. Very, very strong. Done. Did it, you did it, you killed it today. All right, guys, as you see, that was only 5 exercises and we explored every pattern evenly. We did vertical hip extension, horizontal hip extension, and hip abductions. And that's really all you need in order to build your glutes. We got it done in an hour. And if you want to see more videos like this, make sure you subscribe to this channel. Let's get it.